Every single person watching this video, including you, your friends, and everyone you have ever loved, is only alive right now because a Russian man you've probably never heard of decided to be a traitor. We are telling the unbelievable true story of Vasili Arkhipov today for one very specific reason: to teach you a life-saving psychological principle I call the Agape antidote. It's the ultimate controversial life hack for destroying your own toxic ego, your philodia, and practicing a radical self-forgetfulness that will make your personal relationships practically bulletproof. By the end of this video, I'm going to give you a step-by-step, actionable guide on how to take the exact mindset this man used to stop World War III and apply it to your group chats, your workplace, and your family today. Welcome back to Thought Trek, your digital odyssey into the endless realms of knowledge. This week's theme is all about the ego. We live in a world obsessed with self-love, getting the last word and clapping back. But true power? True satisfaction? That comes from Agape, putting the survival of others before your own pride. Let's go back to October 1962 and step inside a steel coffin at the bottom of the ocean. Imagine you are trapped inside a claustrophobic steel tube hundreds of feet underwater. The air conditioning is dead. The temperature is hovering around 120 degrees Fahrenheit. You are dripping with sweat, rationing tiny sips of water, and breathing in thick, toxic diesel fumes and rising carbon dioxide. This is the reality aboard the Soviet submarine B-59 during the peak of the Cuban Missile Crisis. You are surrounded by the enemy. And then the nightmare begins. Boom, explosions rock the hull. The lights flicker. Above them, the US Navy is dropping signaling depth charges, trying to force the sub to surface. But the Russians don't know they are warning shots. They haven't had contact with Moscow for days. As the steel violently shakes around them, the exhausted, heat-stroked captain, Valentin Savitsky, reaches his breaking point. His fear, his military pride, and his ego, his philodia, take completely over. Believing World War III has already started, he screams, "We're gonna blast them now! We will die, but we will sink them all." He orders the submarine's secret weapon to be armed, a 10-kiloton nuclear torpedo. If that torpedo fires, the US retaliates. Moscow burns, Washington burns, Europe burns. Human history ends right there in 1962. But Soviet protocol requires 3 top officers to simultaneously agree to turn their launch keys. The captain says yes. The political officer says yes. It all comes down to the third man. Second in command, Vasili Arkhipov. Put yourself in his shoes. 2 screaming, terrified officers are demanding you turn your key. If you refuse, you are defying your captain. You are a coward. You will be branded a traitor to your country. Your military career will be destroyed. Your ego is screaming at you to fall in line, to fight back against the Americans dropping bombs on your head, to protect your pride. But Arkhipov doesn't shout. He doesn't panic. In the most profound historical display of Agape, radical self-forgetfulness, he swallows his pride. He looks at the raging men around him, endures their screams, and stubbornly says, "No." He completely removes his ego from the equation. He chooses the survival of an unseen humanity over his own nationalistic pride and career. Arkhipov talks the captain down. He convinces them to surface the submarine amidst the US warships, an act of ultimate military humiliation, but one that ensures survival. They go home in disgrace. But the world keeps spinning. Now you probably aren't holding a nuclear launch key today. But I guarantee you are holding a metaphorical one in your daily life. Your ego desperately wants to push the button every time you feel disrespected. Here is your controversial, step-by-step guide to applying Arkhipov's Agape antidote today. Step 1. Be the circuit breaker. When everyone in a room or a group text is spiraling into anger, panic, or toxic gossip, actively choose to be the one person who remains infuriatingly calm. Don't match their energy. Break the circuit. Step 2. Refuse to retaliate. When someone drops a depth charge on you, a passive-aggressive email, a rude comment, an insult, absorb it without firing back. Swallow the desperate, egotistical urge to clap back. Let them look foolish while you stop the chain reaction. Step 3. Look at the big picture. Before you send that angry text, ask yourself, will winning this argument nuke the entire relationship? Choose the survival of the connection over the temporary victory of your ego. Vasili Arkhipov died in 1998, relatively obscure and underappreciated by his own government. But the internet you are using, the modern medicine we rely on, and the very families we love only exist because one man was willing to lose an argument and look like a coward to save the ship. The ultimate flex isn't having the last word. It's having the strength to stay silent so others can live. If this story changed the way you view your own ego, hit that subscribe button, leave a like, and share this video with someone who needs to hear it. And don't forget to join us tomorrow for part 2 of our weekend story time. Thank you for exploring with us. Keep your mind open, your ego small, and keep trekking.